Hi, Sagittarius. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for 2023. Very exciting. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also have IET, which is a healing modality which can help you to transform energy. Please become a member. Membership allows you to watch these videos commercial free, and I'll be adding a lot more to the membership part of my channel. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm open. How do you like that? I'm usually very like I have a plan. I don't know. I've changed. And I think you've changed too. And this is like my little mini message. So my mini message is a season is over. It's like it's more than a season. It's almost like I don't know how to put it. Like you've graduated or something. Like there's a whole way of looking at things. That's what it is. It's really a perspective more than anything else. There's a whole way that you used to look at things or experience things. A perspective is done, and like a new way of looking and seeing and feeling is coming to the fore. It's a whole different perspective of how you look at yourself, how you look at the world, how you look at your life, how you look at other people, everything. And it feels more spiritually inclined, more balanced. That's what it feels like. Interesting. It's funny, all these little mini messages that I get, they're all so different from one another. I mean, maybe I'm saying it now, maybe next week it'll like everyone have the same one, but it's just that they're always like different, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting. All right, away we go. Yeah. All right. So we start with the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, he's defending himself. He's defending himself, but it's like he's defending himself with to people who have no power. It's almost like, when you're young and you want everybody to like you, and you're wearing like the cool outfit or whatever it is. And it's like he's defending himself, but he has the high ground. So it's like all this effort and energy. I never got this from this card before, but it's all this effort and energy put into something that it's like, who cares? Like, who cares? It's a little bit like, hopefully, like for me, like as I've gotten older, I think once I passed 50, it was like, you like me, you like me. You don't like me, you don't like me. I don't really care. It's like, are you paying my bills? Are you, going to invite me to a fabulous party? I don't even want to go to the fabulous party. Uh, you know, oh, well, everyone will think this and that. I'm like, I don't really care. It's a little bit like that. So maybe that's the perspective that's changing. It's sort of like, I'm doing my thing, you do your thing, have fun doing your thing. You don't, as long as you don't come into my yard, I don't really care. Because what used to satisfy me doesn't really satisfy me anymore. I have a different perspective, and I'm going on the road. I'm going toward, I'm leaving the past behind, and I'm going toward, I'm not really sure what, but what I do know is that what I used to feel and what used to really interest me or make me feel full doesn't really anymore. I'm looking to be more whole, and I'm trusting my intuition more, and I, I don't I want more romance. And I don't know if that's romance, or, you can live a romantic life without having anyone else in your life, right? Without having a partner. Romantic life is full of like fullness and comfort and joy and it doesn't necessarily have to involve other people. All right. Yeah, I've taken responsibility. I've taken responsibility. You know what it feels like? I've taken responsibility for my heart. I've taken responsibility for my feelings. And what doesn't feel good anymore is not something I'm really going to participate in. I want to participate in things that make me feel good, that make me feel comforted, that make me feel whole, that make me feel like I belong and I'm loved. And that's what I'm going toward. Yep. This is the queen of nurture. This is like the queen of nurture. And she's, her intuition is so strong, she almost doesn't even realize it. Like she's totally being guided by it, and she's not even aware, right? I used to have a friend who was a Scorpio, and I've met a few Scorpio women, right, that are such profound empaths. They're so profound. So this one, she used to come to the house. It was the three of us. It was me and somebody else and her. And we were like, we had a little kind of coven going on, and we'd all read cards for each other. But she had the gift, like I can't even tell you. And I like sugar, but she was a salt person, right? And she would eat like a whole bag of potato chips. It would be like all over her face. And she would just start channeling stuff, right? She would just, and she goes, "Oh, let's read the cards." It's like, you've been talking for an hour and a half, and now you want to read the cards? It's like, you gave me everything already. So, but I don't know why I brought that up. See, the thing is about the Queen of Cups in her negative sense is that she could be really, really lost. And I feel, it's like we all have a plan to go somewhere, whatever. And she'd be like, "Oh, well, it's going to be, oh, I can't go. And, I'm feeling like I can't go." It's like, we've been planning this for a month. We have the tickets, you know. Okay, so you're feeling a little weird, so we'll keep an eye out. But because sometimes the Queen of Cups can be a little bit like uh, only listening to how she feels. Only. Like she leaves her brain at the door sometimes. But I don't feel like that's the case. I don't know why I even talked about it, but because you have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands takes complete responsibility, right? Yeah, and don't worry, it's a new balance that's coming in. This card's been coming up a lot actually, which is really nice. I mean, it's a nice card. It's really about community, and it's really about being balanced, and it's about giving and receiving. It's about doing both, and it's been coming up a lot, which is really nice. So that's like almost for the collective. I don't know if it came up in the for everybody. And you know what it's also saying? Don't lose hope. Keep on persevering. Keep on persevering toward, because it's about because six is perseverance. Keep on, going toward your goal, even if you feel like you're, defensive, and even if sometimes you just sort of get lost. It's like, keep on going to your goal. Don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah, and don't get tied to what don't get tied to an illusion of what other people think you should do, of being really attached to money, or being really attached to lust, or yeah, because it's an illusion. your intuition is going to be super duper strong. And it's about taking responsibility and utilizing it in a balanced way, not going off the deep end. You're not one of those, you're not, Sagittarius usually isn't very deep endy. Certain signs are more like, they just go. But there's something more grounded about you. Yeah. Yeah, your thinking will be on clear. I think you're going to be led by your heart, but your thinking will be, also on clear. And if your intuition says, yeah, this seems a little bit in the dark, this seems a little bit, and then you think it through, it's like, okay, yeah, but I think it's going to be a combo. It's not going to be, because sometimes people either they only use their mind or they only use their heart, and that's not good. It's really, we're here for in the human experience to be able to utilize both. We have this for a reason, we have this for a reason. And it's great when they're like combined and are, utilized in a balanced way. Yeah, your thinking is going to be super clear. So worry not, even though I went off on the Queen of Cups. And you're not going to pick up stuff that's unnecessary. You're not going to pick up stuff that's got strings attached, and it's like the shell game. You're not going to fall for the shell game. You're not going to fall for, I think it'll be offered, right? Like let's say you want to have a more spiritually active life, right? And then you meet somebody who's like, you feel like they can teach you things, and and then they're like, well, I'm the guru, and for $1,000, I will clear all your chakras. It's like, buddy, I don't need for you to clear all my chakras. I can figure it out myself. I can ask other people for help. I can ask the angels for help. I'm keeping my $1,000. Thanks. Yeah, because you're practical. You're practical. And this is the card for me of self-nurturing. Patience, self-nurturing. Fertile. So I feel like you're really going on this whole new journey. There's this energy for me in these cards of like you're going on this whole new spiritual journey. And it might get a little weird sometimes, and it might get a little bit like unclear, but it's like it's just a moment that it's unclear. And sometimes it's good to be in sort of unfamiliar surroundings, because then you learn to trust your instinct more, and you learn to trust your mind more, and you learn to like trust yourself more, because that's what it feels like. It feels like that's what the whole thing feels like, actually. Like a lot of your energy had been based in what other people thought, or what society said you should or shouldn't do. Well, men can do this and women could do that, and this age can wear that, and that age can wear that, all that. And it's like, whatever. You want to wear hot pants, wear hot pants. Or, you want to walk around the street with a hula hoop, then walk around with a hula hoop. If that's what makes you feel more yourself, then that's what you should do. It's not about like, oh, well, I feel like you're just letting that go. And it's like, no, I have like something more important to like discover than to try to fit into what this one thinks or what that one thinks. It's like I'm being called somewhere by my soul, by my spirit, by the angels, and I'm going to do it in a balanced manner, and I'm not going to fall for weird tricks, because this is toward my comfort and my healing. And I'm not going to be attached in the devil card. I'm not going to be attached to something that's false, because if it doesn't ring true for you, then it's not true. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. In order to develop, your own intuition and your own spiritual thing, it's like, we all need to learn to trust ourselves, you know? I mean, sometimes somebody says something that's valid, right? Or something that makes me think or that I agree with, right? But it doesn't, but at the end of the day, I have to interpret it for myself. Well, everybody loves this kind of pie, it's like, but I don't. It's like, oh, well, you have to. No, I don't. No, I don't. I feel like that's the new lens that you're going to see things. There's a level of self-trust, a level of self-nurture, a level of a communication within yourself that is going to grow stronger and stronger. And it's going to be really balanced because you're using both your heart and your head in a way that you hadn't before. Maybe it's almost like you have a new recipe, right? And you know how, like with baking, that's why I don't bake, because it has to be really exact, right? Which I hate. Like I wing everything. But it's like, you're making these cookies, and it's like, oh, they're good, they're good. And then, you realize it's like, well, actually, if I add a third of a cup less flour and, more sugar or whatever it is, it's like, now they're really good. And like, you trusted your instinct with that. And now, you know, you you make the best cookies in the world. If you make the best cookies in the world, you should send them to Mexico, by the way. It is so expensive to ship stuff to the United States. I can't even tell you. I cannot even tell you. I cannot even tell you. So you have to figure that one out. And if I have no plan to go back to the United States, but one day I suppose I will. And I'm going to put as much stuff that I want for the United States in my luggage and take it with me, because to ship it is crazy. Just so you know. All right. I don't know why I went on that tangent either. I never know why I go on tangents. All right. Have confidence in your passion and go toward the thing that makes your heart sing, that's healing, that's really clear to you. And don't fall for any of these tricks or any of these like manipulative, like, oh, if you come back to the way we think, no, persevere, use your gut. Well, use your gut, use your intuition. You're coming out of the dark. You see the illusion for what it is. You see the illusion for what it is. You're following your dreams. You're not quite sure where it's leading. But you know what? It'll get clear when it gets clear, as it's supposed to get clear. As long as you're grounded and, putting yourself first and putting your needs and your self-care first. What an interesting reading. All right. Well, that is the 2023 little message, and I will be back. I'm going to do a solstice, and I'll probably do a new moon or full moon, whatever is coming up next. The last one, I messed up the title. Whatever. Anyway, I'm very grateful, and thank you for joining me, and have a lovely year. And I'm going to be adding a lot more things to my channel. I don't really know what they are yet. I mean, I have some inclinations, but nothing is set in stone, which is really unusual for me and actually really good. Living in Mexico has really changed the way I think. I mean, maybe the way I think has changed, and that's why I moved to Mexico. Maybe it's a combination of both. Probably. It's usually a combination of both, isn't it? All right. Blessings. See you soon.